Hands a seemingly unknown band get a slot on a major festival, 3 songs over 1 million streams on Spotify, and a sold-out tour in under a week. I'm going to be explaining all of it in today's video about the bizarre and strange rise of President. The first public appearance of President came with the announcement of the first ever public appearance at Download Festival 2025, before they released any songs. Instantly, people wanted to know more, with many believing that they had the connection to Sleep Token as they both had the same management. People also then found their Instagram, which held several cryptic teasers, the first of which was on the 18th of February, showing an eerie figure covered in darkness with the caption "The President." Along with this post, there were 3 others taken during the campaign commences soon, and finally, a teaser with the caption "The future starts now," which includes a video where at the end it states the campaign starts soon. Thousands of people came out with theories as to who it could be, from Vessel, Ghost, MCR, and Tom DeLonge of all people. Following those videos on the 27th of February, the band would post another cryptic teaser with the caption "We will choose to find hope." This time in the video it stated "In the name of the Father." Another video would follow this on the 2nd of April, this time titled "Because Hope is Choosing to Find Meaning," and the video would give a date of May 16th. On May 7th, they would officially announce their first single "In the Name of the Father," dropping on May 16th, along with a snippet of the song. The song would drop, and along with it was a music video, showing the band and its masked singer in full view. The video is the band performing the song, however it also has several shots to explain the lore of the band, which specifically their religious imagery. The song itself is a unique blend of electronic elements and metal, and it's a pretty good song. However, this will bring a new wave of rumors as to who the vocalist is, with many still believing it's Vessel, others throwing in Dayseeker's Rory Rodriguez into the mix, but most and the largest theory as to who the vocalist was is Busted and Fight Styles' Charlie Simpson. Not long after the release of In the Name of the Father, President would do an interview with Roxanne magazine, along with announcing the first headlining show on July 30th at the Garage in London. In the interview, the band's vocalist would discuss his view on being anonymous, stating, "It's never going to be acknowledged. Once I have that mask on, I have a different mindset. That's the person I am, that's the entity I'm conveying." After the release of the interview with Roxanne, they begin posting more cryptic teasers leading up to the release of their second single, Fearless, on the 5th of June 2025. This would also include another music video where the singer seemingly unmasks himself. However, many believe it's just another way to throw people off the real identity of the singer. The band then wouldn't post until the first public performance at the Dogtooth stage at Download Festival 2025. However, even though the band was silent, this does not mean that the internet wasn't, with many people calling them industry plants and the usual suspects moaning about how it isn't real metal. However, many did defend the band, stating how since the singer and other band members are probably already pre-established artists, they aren't exactly industry plants. On the 15th of June, President would play their first show, which they call the inaugural rally at Download Festival. The performance was great, with a packed tent, 3 unreleased songs. However, it was there where people believed that their theory about the band's singer was confirmed. You see, on the same day that President was playing at Download Festival, Buster was playing a show later that night, and at the Buster gig, Charlie Simpson was seen wearing some bracelets. And during their performance, the lead singer of President was also seen wearing similar bracelets. There was also a spare amount of time for them to get to London from the festival. Anyway, moving forward, President was announced to support on the 2026 European tour with Landmarks and Architects, and not long later was announced for the Architects Australian tour along with House of Protection. In between this, President announced their third single, Rage, to be released on July 18th. This one will be the most electronic filling of the 3 singles, all of which have a unique sound to themselves. The song also came with another music video, however it didn't give any answers, only more questions. Following the release of Rage, they announced their debut EP, King of Terrors, consisting of 6 songs, 5 of which have been debuted live, 3 released on streaming with only one, a mysterious new song called Conclave, the only one not to be heard. On July 21st, ahead of their first headlining show, President was on the cover of Revolver, and they did an interview with them, and in a quote about the band and their religious imagery, the artist stated, "I saw so much comfort in religion. When I had that rug pulled from beneath me, it left me feeling vulnerable. That was the beginning of going down this whole rabbit hole." The artist also addressed the alleged anti-religious imagery, stating, "None of this is anti-religion. It's bearing the soul of searching for higher meaning." Later stating, "I was in a very dark place 5 years ago. I couldn't write about it because I felt too vulnerable. This project has allowed me to come out of that, and it's a massive journey of discovery." They also discussed the start of the band, how it started around Christmas 2023. Before the thoughts of masks or hiding identities came about, they were writing lyrics for what would eventually become In the Name of the Father. And they later went on to say, "I started crying when I came off the stage. It fucking broke me." On the 28th of July, President announced a campaign trail, a 2026 European headlining tour which sold out in a day. The band then also announced a separate date for Belfast, which has since sold out. On July 30th, the band will play their first headlining show at the Garage in London. They played a 6-song set which consisted of In the Name of the Father, Fearless and Rage, along with their unreleased singles, before also covering Changing the House of Flies by Deftones. And that is where President is currently. With just under 2 months until the debut EP, it's safe to say that President is one of the bands to look out for in modern metal.